Hi guys. Every single time I start a video, as soon as it comes on, I seem to get this jolt of warmth just go through my body and this massive grin comes. As I'm sure you've noticed for those of you who watch these videos regularly. So, today's theme is to help you to take action, and to create that which you wish to create in life. So this is going to help you if you feel blocked sometimes, you feel like there's procrastination, you feel lack of clarity, you kind of take action for a bit, then you stop. I can relate to all of those patterns. So, what I've discovered is when you are in line with what we can call your big self, as opposed to your little self, and I'll explain a bit more about that. When you're in line with your big self, then stuff flows, stuff happens. When you are feeling like a small self, that's where it's only got a certain amount of time before it kind of crashes. So, by big self, I mean that the motivation behind your desire is not about personal gain. It's not about what will I get from it to keep forever. Things like status, money, possessions, sense of security, all this stuff. Now, it's not to say that that stuff's bad or that, you won't get, there's nothing wrong with like getting money or having like a high status or anything. There's nothing wrong with those things. It's just if that's like the core, at the core, for like a little self going, yeah, now I'm gonna have a little bit more for me. It seems as though it's very difficult to keep that momentum for too long before there's some sort of obstacle, stress, etc. Now, my understanding of this is because there isn't an actual separate self. It's like it's not real. So you're kind of basing your decisions on someone that doesn't exist. So of course it's going to be hard for the universe to mirror that back. Now, if you are in line with your big self, i.e. the desire, the motivation behind the desire is more about a sense of the whole benefiting. Then there's this momentum, then there's this fluidity, then there's this, there's no sense of what will I gain from this. There's just this like beautiful desire and this momentum to create something. So, to give a personal example, if ever I'm feeling blocked on the business side of things, I know that somewhere along the line I've got my sense of a self really entangled with the business and lost touch with the essence of what it is. Why is it that I make these videos and that I do the workshops and retreats and work with clients? Why is that? Is it because I want to gain some recognition, or I want to gain loads of money or gain things? Now, it's not to say that those thoughts haven't come in over the years, and maybe at times I have identified with them, and then that's exactly where it becomes stressful and not enjoyable, and then I lose momentum and go, oh no, I can't do this anymore. Whereas when there's a clarity of this is not about an individual here. This is about the whole universe expressing itself. Just because this is just like making love to yourself. These desires that we have, it's like making love to yourself. To the self, the one self, that not separate little selves, but the whole. So it's the way I describe it is if you're still enough, connected enough, you can feel whether you're acting as the universe, as the world, or whether you're acting as a separate self. Now, when I'm aware that of the one self as that which I am, then it's effortless, it's joyous, it's a joy, it's an absolute joy. There's no sense of me there struggling along and worried about what will happen. It's not about results or expectations. It's just like, God, this feels good just because, I might pick up my guitar and just play a song, write a song may come through, be written, and it just happens. Think about all the times in your life where you have desires and you do them and you don't have to analyze them so much, and it was just good fun, just simple good fun. Small scale, big scale. You don't have to try and like change the world or be like a messiah or anything. It might just be doing a little drawing and sharing that with a friend, and that brings a little bit of joy because they see your cartoon of like a cat or something, and it's like, great, that's just, there doesn't have to be a sense of a self there going, right, am I doing this right or wrong? What will I get from this? What will people think about me when I get this? And how will this position me now? And will this make me in a better position than I was? And all this kind of like separate self-belief stuff just takes away from the intrinsic enjoyment of expressing your desires. So I hope that gives you something to think about, something to reflect on with the desires that you're following at the moment in your life. Are they coming from a place of personal gain? Nothing wrong if you feel like they are, but see how that won't actually serve you in the long run, but you'll always come and fall flat eventually. So feel, when you're doing these actions, if they feel tiresome, if they feel like it's effort, then try and relax a sense of individual doership and try and feel as though you're moving as the whole, within the whole universe, rather than just a separate isolated self who's, oh, I've got to do this. Even when you're like washing the dishes, instead of it being like, oh, I am washing the dishes and this is annoying for me and God, I want to get this done or whatever, like feel as though that action is part of what the world, what the universe desires. So you can just relax into it. Feel the soap, feel the water, and just like flow with it. Let the dishes wash themselves, but you're aware of the washing of the dishes without being too attached to the sense of I am washing the dishes. So just wash your dishes, wash the dishes all day. Have fun. Anything you do, feel as though you're connected to the whole as you're doing it, not just a separate you on a long personal individual journey slogging along. That's pretty heavy. So the last thing I'll leave you with is to enjoy the desires that come through to you. A lot of teachings and ideas may say desires are bad. And I would say that's not the case. It's not that desires are bad. If a desire is coming from lack, that's a different story. Perhaps I'll talk about that again on a different video. But in essence, enjoy the desires that come to you when it's a sense of touching the whole, whether it's picking the leaves for your mum or creating a master charity to help end poverty, whatever it is. Enjoy it and give yourself permission to act on your desires as the big self.